Right, hello, welcome back for another week on the recap. Trying something a bit different this week. I thought I'd try and get in front of the camera. First time doing this, so if it's awful, I apologise. Yeah, week 9, done. Overall, a very good week. Everything just moving pretty well, to be honest. So I trained this week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. And on Friday, so I trained at about like early afternoon in my lunch break, and then I was lucky enough to go down to Exeter, which is like 40 minutes away from where I live. A guy who I met at one of the competitions I did in March, a strongman dude called Matt, and he offered to give me some log technique help. So I took him up on the offer. Went down, had a bit of a session in the evening. He gave me a few log technique cues and tips and help. We just worked up, and I managed to hit a new PB. I hit 90 kilos fairly comfortably. So yeah, that was really cool. I'll stick the clip at the end of the video. I did try 95, but that wasn't quite there. But I had done a pretty hard leg session only a few hours before. But yeah, really happy with that. That was cool. I also did an 8 kilo stone shoulder as well, but I didn't film that. I didn't film much. But yeah, it was a really cool session. I'm very grateful for him for offering to give me a few pointers. And then this weekend, really, I've just been doing some heavy gardening. I've got a long-term garden project going on. So I'm filling a lot of gabion cages. At the bottom of our garden we have a ditch, so I'm kind of slowly every weekend just chipping away. So yesterday I managed to source a load more blocks and bricks for free. Got them delivered, so I had to move them from the front of the house to the back. So that's the 6th one done. I've got another couple on the bottom row, and I have a top row to do. But it's just it's long, quite hard. Jumping up and down a 5-foot ditch, lugging all this hardcore and everything. So yeah, feels like I've trained this weekend, even though I haven't had 2 days off. But yeah, only 3 weeks of this first block left now. We are 3/4 of the way through, which is crazy. Time is flying by. I will do a full recap of the block in a few weeks. But yeah, and I guess I'll put it out there now. I've been umming and ahhing for like a good year or so, if not longer, about whether I want to try a bodybuilding competition or show, contest, whatever you want to call it. And I think I finally decided that I'm going to give it a crack. Probably mid to late next year. We have a family holiday in the beginning of May, and then potentially start some kind of prep. Yeah, kind of end of summer, early autumn, that kind of time. I guess probably either just like normal bodybuilding or like classic. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. I'm keen to give it a go. Even if I hate it, at least I can say I tried it. So yeah, I'm kind of quite excited for that. I think it'll be fun, and it'll be a challenge. So I was thinking about this the other day. Do many of you guys that happen to be watching this, do you find yourself skipping like parts of your plan or routine or accessories or whatever? Is that like a common thing for you? Because I'm just like going off of me personally. I like structure. So if I have a plan, and the plan has X, Y, Z written in it, I will do that. I will maybe very rarely I'll kind of cut things short, or maybe reduce a bit of volume, or something like that. Drop a load if needed. If I'm like just absolutely battered or something. But that's kind of rare, because I kind of feel like if the program's set up reasonably well, and you're keeping on top of your other variables like sleep and food and all that stuff, you kind of shouldn't be in that point too much. I mean, obviously, if you're like in like a peaking phase or something potentially, but I don't know. I see it like fairly frequently, I guess. Perhaps more in like the strength side of things. Like I just hear a lot of people will say, like that they're just they're just going to skip their accessories or whatever it might be. They just kind of can't be bothered, which kind of baffles me if I'm honest. Because like I said, if it's in the plan, I will do it. Like I've been out here at gone 10 o'clock at the end of a leg day. I've got abs and calves in the plan. Do I want to be doing abs and calves at 10:30 at night? No, of course not. But I'll do it, and I'll give it as good an effort as I can. But then how many times have you heard someone say, "Oh, I couldn't be bothered to do calves at the end of the session. Like, oh, I just skipped it." I don't know. It just seems kind of baffling to me. I mean, it's one thing if you have kind of put together your own program, your own plan. I guess it's one thing to shortchange yourself, but if you're like actively getting coached, or someone had written you a plan, it kind of seems baffling why anyone would skip parts of it. Like I don't know, I just don't get it. I was thinking for this next coming week, like for week 10, I might try to like record some of this kind of stuff during the sessions, maybe. I don't know if that would make these more interesting. It might make it easier because I wouldn't have to do this like kind of post voiceover type thing. So time-wise, it might work. I don't really know. I'm kind of still figuring all this out. But yeah, either way, that's the week 9 recap. Have a good one.